Taurean, Coach Pittman was talking about how the get off on the D-line is better. What have you just seen, like maybe improvements from last year on what the pass rush and the D front are looking like?
From starters, we're just getting more technique now. We're getting more stuff down like that. We've experiencing stuff that we never have in the past, so it's a little different. But I feel like over time, like that's what practice is for. We're getting it down. We're getting what he's teaching us. We're buying in. It's working. So we just keep pushing.
You crushed Little on the field goal a minute ago. Did you see that? I hope he's okay.
Yeah.
All right. So number 9, is that a cooler number? Why'd you switch to 9?
That's what I had in high school. I just wanted to go back to my roots.
Drew, what's the start been like for you? How are you, meshing with the program here?
I mean, I think I've been it's obviously been a little different, but I think I meshed with the team pretty well. I think we all kind of fit together. I think just a lot of the guys, it's a lot of similarities, a lot of similar personalities, and I think we all kind of mesh together pretty well.
Drew, you made a pretty quick turnaround from the time you entered the portal to picking Arkansas. What was it that led you to Arkansas?
I mean, I just kind of knew what I was looking for. I knew I kind of wanted to be a little bit closer to home, and a big deal was staying in the SEC too. So I mean, Arkansas was the first on my list and the first place we wanted to visit, and just I kind of wanted to make that transition from playing on my hand in the ground to standing up a little bit. I think I could fit in a scheme that that they were running, so it was kind of the first on my list.
Sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Trey Biddy with Hog Sports. Taurean, you guys have been experimenting more with the 4-man front, and I think a lot of that is how much 4-man front you use is based on, the corners, can they cover in man and stuff like that. You guys bring some. So are you guys like really hoping that they can cover in man, because that means more playing time for all the defensive linemen?
Yes, sir. When we're in a 4-man down front, it's just having to be able to trust the guy next to you. And I feel like that's what's very special about our defense. We trust each other, we can count on each other, and we hold each other to a high standard.
Andrew Hutchinson, Hog Beat. Taurean, it seems like every time I look out there, you're getting into the backfield, getting pressure. How do you feel like the spring is going for you?
Me personally, I feel like it's going pretty good, but I mean, it's just a big old competition in the room. We're pushing each other, left and right. You can't take a day off. You take a day off, you get beat. So we hold each other around the room to a high standard, and whenever we watch film, you got to put good quality on film, or we're gonna get on you in the film room. So,
Drew, I'm curious. Does the production that the linebackers had here at Arkansas last year, is that one of the reasons that Arkansas was at the top of your list, or kind of what put Arkansas at the top of your list?
Just really, like I said before, just kind of like knowing the scheme from playing against it and seeing how they play. Obviously, making as many plays as they did was an attractive thing, but it's just like I see myself fitting in a scheme like this, and I didn't like it felt like it was a place for me to be.
The Southwest Times Record in Fort Smith. Taurean, what have your impressions been of Coach Adams so far, and what have you learned from him to this point?
Man, it's been a huge blessing. I really like him. I think he's one of my favorite D-line coaches besides LeBlanc. I really do like him. I like how he's teaching me technique-wise, because that's where I slack at. I'm more of a natural guy playing, and he's teaching me like to be disciplined and the little things and just the technique part of the game that I've never had before. And him implementing it into my game, I feel like it's very having me improvement on the field. So.
And then, Drew, was there anything in particular that you really wanted to work on with your game this season and coming into Arkansas?
I mean, switching to a whole different position. I mean, you got a bunch of things you got to change. It's a whole different play style. You go from like reading one part of the ball to you're reading the whole field now, and it's just like really kind of all aspects you got to improve on. You're not coming in here playing something you've played before. It's all brand new, so you kind of got to work on everything a little bit as much as you can.
How many defensive line coaches have you had since you've been here now?
I believe I have 4, maybe 4 or 5.
maybe four,
Yeah.
maybe five.
Yeah.
Do you think it's I mean, obviously there's a benefit of having some continuity there with a position coach and stuff, but also with having so many different guys, do you feel like each guy has brought something new to the table in terms of their way of doing things and maybe the things they teach?
Oh, yes, sir. Most definitely. Each coach that has been on the staff, each has their own craft. And, I mean, it's just kind of like a puzzle piece. You take a little bit of here, you take a little bit of there, you piece it together. You know, that's the positive side of it. Yes, sir.
Coach Adams for another year, though.
Yes,
after
sir.
this.
Yeah.
Drew, I was wondering, like when recruits come into a class, there's usually a special bond with a recruiting class and stuff, but you guys had a lot of transfers come in and guys that were also, you know, all really well regarded and highly recruited players. Is there any kind of like special, I guess, bond with the group of transfers that have come in together? Like, because you are all older, you're not necessarily freshmen. Mm-hmm. Is there some kind of unique, I guess, grouping or clique or anything?
I wouldn't really say so. I mean, we all know each other. We're all like close to each other. But I mean, right when we joined this team, I mean, we felt like pretty welcome and kind of molded into the team pretty well. So I don't think we didn't really form like a separate group. I think we're all pretty bonded well together.
Is there anything like being in Fayetteville now? Is there some place that you like to go? Have you had a chance to explore around?
I haven't had the chance to branch out very much yet, but I'm looking forward to doing that for sure.
Thanks.
Scotty Bordelon with Whole Hog Sports. Taurean, what have, I guess from your perspective, the battles with the O-line been like this spring, and then have you had any run-ins with Brady Latham?
I feel like it's pretty good. You know, iron sharpens iron. So the more we improve, the more they improve. And at the end of the day, you know, we have a goal on this team. And I feel like that would be the best way to help us win if we are sharpening each other for other opponents. He's a great offensive lineman. I love going against him every day, day in and day out. We get each other better.
What was the giggle about?
Excuse me?
The giggle when I mentioned Brady?
That's my guy. That's my guy.
Drew, I'm Otis Kirk with Hogville. Sorry. How much has Bumper Pool helped you? You know, like picking up some things, talking to him, getting a little tips and pointers.
Yeah, I mean, he's helped me a tremendous amount. I mean, every day we kind of make it an emphasis, like, you know, watch film and, you know, him kind of tell me what to do. And I was really excited to get with a player like him with as much experience as he had to try to learn from him.
Did you know him when you were in Texas?
No.
Okay.
No, not very much.
Okay.
I was curious for both of you. Just we haven't seen Landon Jackson out there on the field, and I was wondering what you guys thought of him, just personality-wise, and what maybe he can bring to the table once he gets out there.
I think it'd be a nice dynamic speed rush off the edge. You know, just to keep our opponent on their toes. You know, you got a lot of guys you got to kind of game plan for. So, best believe it.
Any thoughts on him from you, Drew?
I mean, personality-wise, I think he's going to be a great teammate. I think he's going to help us a ton. But, you know, it's just that injury's kind of like been holding him back a little bit. So I'm excited to see him get out there when he gets healthy.
I think
Yeah.
the hamstring deal with the. Does that help really, or is it annoying?
It helps a lot, to be honest with you. But, yeah, my hamstrings are all good now. I'm all good.
Taurean, Coach touted Cam Ball to us. What do you see from him? What did he do in the offseason?
Man, he's going to be atrocious once he get older. He's maturing. He's a dog, man. He's a dog. He got a lot of natural stuff to his game. I feel like he's more like me. You know, we just play naturally. So with Coach Adams adding the technique to our game, I feel like really will help us improve. And, you know, as the season go out, he'll get better, and he'll really be a beast.
Y'all's numbers aren't real deep at tackle right now. Can you feel that out in practice?
Not really. Not really with the scheme that we go. Coach is really smart on that, and he holds that in the back of his mind with the 3 down and 4 down. So, I mean, we're just getting our reps, you know, getting better as we can.
I know you were getting some first-team reps before Pooh got hurt, but now you're getting a lot more. Can you just maybe talk about the depth you see at the position? What have you seen out of Pooh?
I mean, Pooh's a great player. He's been doing his thing. I mean, he's been a great person to watch too and learn from too. I mean, he's a tremendous ability, and I think we're really deep at that position. We got a lot of great players there. I mean, with all the young kids that came in, we're gonna provide a lot of depth for us, and I think, you know, God forbid somebody goes down, we're gonna be just fine.
A couple of days ago, Coach Pittman was talking about guys on the D-line that he thinks have been performing well, and he mentioned you and Isaiah. What specifically about Isaiah in terms of growth have you seen this spring?
Him just getting better. He had in the past a real trouble of bending and being able to have a second gas of getting off blocks, and I feel like he's really improved that well. You know, we worked over it in the off season, right after the season, and we can definitely see the improvements of our work being put in, actually being put into action on the field. So I really commend him every day that he's getting really, really good.
Drew, I was going to ask you about one of those young guys in your room, Jordan Crook. What's impressed you about him, and what do you see from him so far?
I mean, he's been playing real well. I mean, he's real fast downhill. I mean, he's real aggressive, and just like the plays he's making is like his mind's a lot more mature than where a normal freshman would be. And he's fun to watch. He's making a lot of plays, doing good things.
BetOnline is your #1 source for all your betting needs, sports info, and odds. Find all the latest sports developments, including this week's odds for the Masters Championship and the start of Major League Baseball season. BetOnline is your continued source for all your sporting wagering needs, including live betting and your favorite Vegas casino and poker games. It's super easy to get started, so join today. Learn why everyone is saying BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to wager on popular sports and games. BetOnline, where the game starts.